Hi everyone, I am Vismaya Rubin, Chief Inspirational Officer and founder of Living in Gratitude Today, three-time best-selling author, teacher, and my favorite role is that of a gratitude gangsta. What? So I did that for one person because he loves when I go, what? So welcome today. Today is Sunday, March 24th. And I just wanted to share a little something with you today because I'm reading the book, The Science of Getting Rich. If you haven't read it, it is fabulous. It was written in the 1920s or 1920s, but the information in that book still holds valid for today. So if you're interested in building abundance, if you're in anything you want by practicing what Wallace D. Wattles talks about in this book, anything is possible. So I wanted to share with you, I'm on chapter 5 because I'm doing a chapter a day. And I'm on chapter 4, today's chapter 5, but yesterday's chapter, let me grab the quote I wanted to talk about. And if you haven't signed up if you're not already following us or subscribed to this channel, please click the little subscribe button and then click the bell so that way every time I put up a new video, you get it, you're able to join us. Also, before I even get started with the quote, I wanted to share with you, I do have these great #grateful shirts that I'm wearing right now. The bottom of every shirt says Living in Gratitude Today. They come in multiple colors. I also have #blessed and #breathe. They come in men's, women's, and children's sizes, just so you know. I also have up here my beautiful brand new gratitude journal. Let me show you what it looks like. Let's see. So it's a gratitude journal, as you can see from the ones above. There are over 300 pages in here, and it gives you opportunities to write down what you're grateful for. There's gratitude action steps so that you can do something to enhance your level of gratitude and happiness. Or if you're feeling, kind of down and stuck, it will get you to that next level. It's also jam-packed with free gifts from different members in my communities throughout the country and in Canada. And what you do is there's an ability for you to download each of these gifts, and it's really great for your mind, body, and spirit. So definitely check out our website, livingingratitudetoday.com, and all of that will be on this video after I finish recording, and I will share everything with you. But I wanted to jump on today because, number one, I'm not used to doing live YouTube videos, so I wanted to jump on to pull myself outside of my comfort zone. That was for the first part. And the second part is, this quote was really powerful today, and yesterday I should say, because I was doing this yesterday. It says to do things the way you want to do them, you have to acquire the ability to think the way you want to think. So let's dissect that a little bit. To do things the way you want to do them. So if you have goals that you've set, if you have dreams, if you have desires, right? And we're told, write them down, journal about it, all these great things. That's the first part. Getting very clear on what it is you want. The second part is being able to acquire the ability to think the way you want to think. Here's the example. If I'm telling myself in my journaling, I want to lose weight, I want to be thin, I want to feel my body is like super beautiful and powerful. If my thoughts are saying, oh my God, you're fat, you're never going to be, thin enough, you're never going to do this enough, those thoughts are not aligning with those visions that I have. So, what do you need to do? You need to figure out, or I need to figure out, a way to shift those thoughts. And that's what's really powerful about this chapter for me, or this quote, is because so often we have these desires, these dreams, these visions, and then the conversation that looms inside of our mind is not a powerful conversation. And I'm going to give you a perfect example. I set the intention, it was last April, I'll never forget this, because this is when it really became so crystal clear to me. I set the intention that I wanted to make X amount of dollars. I was going to a show that people love my stuff. It is absolutely my market. Excuse me. And I was there with 5 other people who were also selling shirts. So I had set a goal, I had set this intention that I was going to go, I was going to kill it that day, I was going to, just spread the word, share about gratitude, get people involved or interested in the Living in Gratitude Today movement. But then here's the conversation in my head. It looks like it's going to rain. Do you really want to go set up? It looks like it's going to pour. And if it rains, you've got to break down your tent and put all the shirts away so that the shirts don't get wet. My second thought, do you really want to go here? The crowd is really much younger than what you're used to dealing with. Third thought, as soon as I got there, wow, there's 5 other shirt vendors. Are you really sure you want to do this? How is it that people are going to come to your booth when there's 5 other shirt venues? Another thought, the guy that was next to me is this quite famous. He was on a reality show, and he does airbrush designs. And he happened to be at the booth next to me, and he was doing customized designs. Is that what you're going to do? Da, 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 da. All of those conversations, and I apologize for the having to clear my throat, all of those conversations were incongruent with the intention and the thoughts that I had set for that day. And the thought was to make X amount of dollars, sell X amount of shirts, and to spread the Living in Gratitude Today movement, to let people hear about it, for people to understand what it's about. Those thoughts were incongruent. My thoughts were incongruent with the conversation that was happening. So the day started, and I'm watching myself, and I'm like, I could feel myself a little anxious, a little frustrated when I see people setting up. And in a split second, I realized that I had to shift my way of thinking. And I had to do it in a way that was powerful, that was quick, and that was going to make the most sense so that I got what I wanted, and then everybody else got what they wanted. The second I realized that those thoughts were not aligned to what I said I wanted, and I was able to shift them and say, wait a minute, there's enough to go around. Just because they get 1 shirt doesn't mean they won't get 2. The guy next to me, who's this brilliant artist, is doing something completely different than what I'm doing. And really believe in that moment that there was enough to go around for everybody. The second I was able to do that, I almost made my goal. I missed it by a couple $100. And when I tell you, in the middle of the whole event, there was a torrential downpour where people were seeking cover underneath all these tents. And there were so many people that were sopping wet in my tent, I had covered all my merchandise because I didn't want people shopping at that point. Rain subsided. It didn't go away. It subsided. People went, listened to the music out in the area, and I still made my goal. I was very short of my goal. However, the key for me was this, recognizing that in order for those intentions to be met, I needed to be very clear on the conversations I was having. And I thought that was so powerful. As I'm reading it again, and a year later, I have a different perspective on that same quote because I've read this book quite a few times. So I wanted to share that with you today, that really, if you have things that you desire, the first thing you need to get in alignment is your thoughts. And when those thoughts are not powerful, you can simply say to yourself, thank you for caring, F you for sharing, or whatever your version is of that. Like really, thanks so much for sharing your concern, your worries. But I got this. I got this. And talk those conversations away. So I'm going to read you the quote one more time. To do things the way you want to do them, you have to acquire the ability to think the way you want to think. And I hope this message finds you well, and that is what I will leave you with today. Have a fabulous day. Remember, if you're not subscribing to our channel, click the subscribe button, click the bell, and have a happy Sunday, my pretties.